Thank you so much for agreeing to be a part of this Women's Wednesday segment that we're running on JDI Connect. We know the power and the strength of women in all our work and everything we do. And we're so delighted to have you. So I'd like to introduce you. I'll have you introduce yourself to the network of folk who are doing this justice work. Can you tell us a little bit about your name and what you do and where you do it?
Absolutely. I am Sheila Calloway. I am the juvenile court judge in Nashville, Tennessee. That's Davidson County. I have been the elected judge since 2014, serving my first term, 2014 to 2022, and just starting on my second term. And as the juvenile court judge, I am the proud first Black juvenile court judge in the state of Tennessee.
All right, well, congratulations and welcome to that space. So what inspired you to seek out a career in law and justice? And why are you doing this? What called you there?
Absolutely. So I grew up in Louisville, Kentucky, had two wonderful parents who always helped people in whatever avenue they were in. My mother was in education, and my father actually worked for General Electric. He was a minorities contract provider. And so he made sure that minority companies got a seat at the table. And I learned from them early on how important it was to advocate for others. And so I knew I wanted to be a lawyer and I wanted to grow up and help people. So I left Louisville, Kentucky to come to Nashville to attend Vanderbilt University. And I went to Vanderbilt both for my undergraduate as well as law school with the idea that I was going to help people. And so after I graduated from law school, I started as a public defender. I was a public defender in the adult division for about 4.5, 5 years, and then wanted to change a scenery. And so I got to be a public defender for the juvenile court for another 4.5 years. So a total of about 9 years in the public defender's office before I got appointed by Judge Betty Adams Green to be a juvenile court magistrate. I will tell you, once I moved to juvenile court, I knew this was the place for me. This absolutely is my passion. I get to every day help change the lives of the youth and their parents that we work with through both through cases that I hear in court, as well as through policies and policy changes that I'm able to make as a juvenile court judge, just to make things better for the people that we serve.
That's an interesting journey. And I presume that along the way, you have come in touch with some amazing women. If you would tell us about a woman or a set of women who influenced you, or most influential in your life, and tell us a little bit about why.
Absolutely. So the absolute first number one woman that was influenced in my life is my mother, Ms. Bernice Jones. She taught me literally early the importance of education, the importance of knowing who you are and being proud of what you have, and the importance of advocacy. I have to say, I wasn't always the best child in school. And so on occasion, I may get in trouble, but I remember a couple of occasions, specifically one occasion where I was probably not doing what I was supposed to be doing. And the teacher set me outside of the classroom and set me in the hallway. And so when I went home that day and told my mother what had happened, it wasn't as much about, there was definitely that piece of you be accountable for what you've done and don't do that again. But there was also that accountability with that teacher. And so my mother, who was an educator and understood what it takes to be a part of the education process, promptly went to the school the next day to let the teacher know that I was never to be put outside of a classroom, because no matter what I've done, I deserve to learn. And so it was things like that that my mother taught me over the years that I can look back and say, this is why I am where I am today.
Well, I love those lessons. Oh, from back to you say your mom's name was Miss Bernice Jones?
Yes.
Love her name anyway, Miss Bernice.
Yes.
Yeah, the notion that kids deserve to learn. Like, you would think in some of those days, the correction was, this is my daughter, she never would do that, and all those things about what you need to do differently. But I love the hint and suggestion of what the system has to do differently, what adults have to do differently. And I would presume that goes in your court, that kids, no matter what they did, they deserve to learn. And that's
Absolutely.
a responsibility to us. Wow, that's amazing. Wow. I wrote that down because I just, in my head, just say kids deserve the best. And I'm going to add to that, and the best is learning. So,
Absolutely.
all right. Well, this is amazing. Thank you. And then I'll ask you maybe a favorite quote or a book or something that also inspires you or keeps you inspired, if you would share with this amazing women's network here.
When I think about Marian Wright Edelman, one of the famous things that she has said for many, many years is that we do not have a children problem, we have an adult problem. And when I look at our systems and the things that we have to concentrate on, 2/3 of the work that we do here in Davidson County Juvenile Court are all about the adults and the things that they have and have not done for our youth. And it's, our children deserve the best, and they deserve parents who understand that they deserve the best. And so we've got to do a better job in all of our communities, in every sector, of fixing our adult problems so that we can have healthy children. But I would also like to say probably one of my absolute quotes that I live by, or that I believe in, and that I aspire to every day is from the Bible. And it's 1 Thessalonians 5, verses 16, 17, and 18, which says, "Be joyful always, pray continuously, and give thanks in all circumstances, for that is the will of God for you in Christ Jesus." And so each day I go, no matter what the problems are, we have a lot of things going on. Our legislature, particularly in Tennessee, a lot of bills that they're trying to pass that are going to be more oppressive for our children and our youth. And even when I lose hope or lose sight of what I know I'm here for, I remember that I'm to be joyful, I'm to pray, and I'm to give thanks. And if I know I do those things, I know God's going to bless all those around us, and especially our youth. And so that's what I live by.
I am so glad that you wear the robe.
Amen.
And as it appears, the robe is not wearing you. So thank you so much for sharing in this space. And I wish you the best in all the things that you do. And I look forward for every opportunity, another opportunity, to just share more space with you, with young people, and definitely women who are living this work, do this work, faced with all sorts of challenges and also all sorts of opportunities. So thank you so much, Judge Sheila.
Thank you, Ms. Gail. I enjoyed it.